How many of you have gut to play timer as PPT?
Every week?
Yeah. First, I need a.
I have a test to play.
How many of you have a gut to play TMOD or GE every week? How many of you like to? How many of you have a gut to participate in table topics every week? I think many of us have a gut, so I think we have a positive response on that. So, why we? First of all, good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guest. Why we used to ask gut instead of asking brain? It's supposed to be brain. Brain is using all the brain is used for all the thinking process and thought process of all other day-to-day belongings. So we are made by microorganisms. We are made by microorganisms, as I said. We are hosting hundreds of trillions of microorganisms in our human body. We are hosting every single cell. We have 10 microbes in our human body. That's why we used to call it as a bacteria instead of more human. For example, microbes lives everywhere in our body, and it, as I said, the hosting of 100 trillions of bacteria. And last one is generally we commonly even say that we are more bacteria than human. And these are some facts about the gut microbiota. What is in my gut, first of all? The gut is nothing but it's our intestine, stomach and intestine. Microbiota is nothing but is commonly called as a group of organisms, microorganisms in our intestine, living in the intestine. So commonly it is called as gut microbiota. These are some facts on gut microbiota, which is having large quantity as well as diversity of microbes in our human body. Like gut microbiota weighs up to 1 to 2 kilograms in our human body. And second one is very important, that 95% of the bacteria is living in our gastrointestinal tract. So that's why if any disease or disorder comes, it's commonly caused from the GA, gastrointestinal disorders. And third one is the GA tract surface is wrapped up to 2 tennis courts, that means 400 square meters, our intestine. So fourth one is the bacteria about 10 to 50 times more than, which is smaller than our human cells. The last one is very interesting, is that in a human body microbes outnumber us to 10:1. That is one very important fact. And if you take your intestine laid end to end, it can up to encircle the earth by 2.5 times. So I think you all have a courage to have a gut to encircle the earth by 2.5 times, isn't it? And very important. Why is it so important? Because each one have their own microbiota. It is very unique, but the physiological functions of microbiota is to keep our health as well-being. For example, it helps us to digest the certain foods which stomach and intestines are not able to digest. And second point, it helps to production of vitamins and C and K. Third point, it helps us to bring up our certain work against the microorganisms which will help us to maintain the wellness of the gut microbiota, balanced diet. And last but not least one is well balanced diet, which help us to maintaining to ensure the proper digestive function. These are all the important functions of our gut microbiota. So the development of why, when and where it is get developed, microbiota. It starts from our birth. It starts from our birth, as I said. Once an infant birth, from the third day, the microorganisms start developing in the body of infants. And also, the third day, the growth of microorganisms depends on how he fed. God created us. That's why He created a breast milk to people. That's why the world always insisted on breast milk is so important and essential, because breast milk contains lactobacillus as a microorganism and the oligosaccharides for sugar, natural sugar. It can beat as good and bad. It can differentiate the good and bad bacteria in the infant. As I said, at the age of from the day of 3, the baby requires a breast milk until the age of 2. From the age of from the 2, the generation of microorganisms is always stable and make them steady throughout the life. So I would say that it is like fertilizing the land before sowing the seed. So breast milk is very important for our infant. So this comes the gut and brain. As I said, why using rather than brain for gut? There is a, you know very well, the central nervous system is there in our body. So in terms of gut, intestine, there is a enteric nervous system. Enteric nervous system means in terms of, is related to millions of neurons. Neurons, you know that all neurons is required to passing the signals in the neuron as a functioning in the body. So enteric nervous system also is called lining in the gut, which is neurons lining in the gut, which is useful to passing the signals from gut to brain. So that's why, and also it is called as a second brain. Serotonin is forming in the neurons, which will be called as a neurotransmitter, which is used to, a chemical is used for the neurotransmitter, signaling, passing the signal to brain. So that's why used to call as a, why we use gut. So function of serotonin, as I mentioned, bowel function and bowel. So any gastric leaky gut is also called as gastro disorder, which means it will cause us a different way. If you have any leaky gut, it affects the whole body, like starting from sinus, mouth and adrenals, constipation, disorder, any disorders. If you feel like thyroid functioning, skill, acne, and frequent cold and rheumatoid arthritis, any disease if you come across, always feel that there will be causing on leaky gut. And benefits, you have a number of benefits, promotion of food storage, modulation of bone and mass density, modification of nervous system. Good number of benefits is there. Such a good number of benefits from bacteria. So can we say that microbes makes man? We are 10% humans and 90% microbes. So let us say we have a stockpile of good microbes. We have unconditional love to save and trust our gut.